Hello guys, welcome to Tutorly. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to edit and customize the stroke settings for your objects and shapes in Affinity Designer. Stroke settings control the outline around a shape, allowing you to change its color, thickness, opacity, and style. These options are useful when creating icons, borders, illustrations, logos, diagrams, or highlighted design elements. So, let's get started. Head over to your design on Affinity and insert or place a shape. I will go with this one here. Keeping the shape selected is important because the stroke settings you choose will be applied to the currently selected object. So, what you want to do, guys, is you can, for example, change the stroke color here in the top left corner. That's the fill color button or icon. Next to it, that's the stroke color. So click into it and use that panel here to find your stroke color. The fill color affects the inside of the shape, while the stroke color affects only its outline. So make sure you are editing the correct option. You may also adjust the color opacity here by moving that slider. Use the color picker here, or remove the stroke color, by clicking into this button. Lowering the opacity creates a softer or more transparent outline, while increasing it makes the stroke appear stronger and more visible. The color picker is especially useful when you want the stroke to match an existing color in your design. So, if you select the color, you may also navigate to the stroke down menu here. Click into it, and this will give you access to the slider, where you can adjust the stroke width. Alright, and you can decrease it, for example. A smaller value gives you a thin and subtle outline, while a larger value produces a thicker and more noticeable border. That's option number 1. Option number 2, guys. To navigate to the stroke color settings here to the right, switch from color to stroke. And then here, you may customize the stroke style. No line style, solid line, dotted line, interrupted line, dashed line, and so on and so forth. A solid line works well for standard borders, while dotted and dashed lines can be useful for guides, decorative elements, cutting lines, or diagram connections. And again, the stroke width here, such as, are the same as here, so you can use that slider or enter the number here to the right, and then go through these settings below. Like, for example, set a start point or start an end point, and so on and so forth. Entering a number gives you more precise control, which is helpful when several shapes need to have exactly the same stroke width. Start and end point options can also change the appearance of open lines, paths, and arrows. But the most important settings are here. The color are here in the top left corner. And here we got the stroke style, the stroke width. In most designs, these are the main controls you will use because they determine how prominent the outline looks and whether it matches the overall style of your project. You may, of course, also navigate to the color tab here and switch between your fill color and your stroke color by clicking into it, or change there, or switch between them like this, so that the stroke color will have the color of the fill and the fill color of the stroke color, and so on and so forth. This swap option can save time when you want to reverse the colors without selecting them again manually. And again, here at the bottom, you will see the opacity slider. Before finishing, zoom out and review the complete design to make sure the stroke remains clear at the final viewing or export size. And that's how you do it, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic day.